I'm Rob Shotgun, and this is a Nerdy Chat. Welcome.
Welcome. He's right. We are doing another Nerdy Chat. This is the Nerdycouch channel, and we are going to be talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 4. Right beside me is... Yeah, that's that beside. I do this now. We got Rob Lee. Say hi.
How's everybody?
Rob Lee. Hi, Rob.
Yeah, Rob doing
Ready
it. And
for
then
another
obviously
episode
we've
of-
got Shotgun below.
Peace out, guys.
That's easy.
We're like all over the place here. Anyway, today, guys, we're doing it a little different. This is going to be a little bit of a replay because we tried to do something different on our live stream. And Rob Lee, why don't you tell them what happened?
Mr. Disney came and got us and said, "Hey, you can't show a video of our show."
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a clip-free episode today.
Yeah, we tried to do something different and play some clips directly from the show. The YouTube algorithm didn't like that much, so we got taken down on a copyright thing. Very first time. Very proud of it. You know,
I still
That's
think
right.
it was too much sexy on YouTube, guys.
there's a good
What do you guys
possibility
think?
that there was way too much sexy on this channel.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. You guys be the judge of that. All right. Anyway, you might see us jittering from this type of video on our new platform here, back and forth from the old one. Don't be scared. It's just little old us. It's still us. Would like to quickly apologize that some of the audio we were having problems with. Parts of it may be a little echoey. But let's get through it and carry on the best we can.
Warning. This
That's
video
right,
may
guys.
contain material not suitable for young children. So
God
get your
damn it.
young children out of the room now.
Also, spoiler warning, because we don't want you guys to get spoiled. You spoiled little brats. No, we don't want you guys to see something before actually watching the show. So come back later and watch us once you've seen the show. Thanks a lot, guys.
Go watch it. We'll be here waiting for when you're ready. When you're back.
Yeah, go ahead, watch it. We'll be back. We'll be here. Just waiting. All right, guys. Let's move on.
All right.
Let's do it.
We start off here with a very kind of emotional start. 6 years in the past. And it starts with Ao ranting.
Heyo.
Ao. 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 She's ranting off those, not ranting, but I guess she's saying those keywords that would activate Bucky here, right? And they don't affect him. And you know, there's some flashbacks and stuff like that of some of the things that he did while he was the under this spell, when they put a spell on him. It doesn't affect him, and he's very emotional about it. You know, he's free for the first time. It was a really nice way to start this episode, I think.
Yeah, I really seen that he showed remorse for all the stuff he did.
Yeah, it's really nice way to start this. Showing a little bit of his back history and stuff. Lord Tarnerius says Shotgun lagged in such a way that he vanished from the screen, but now but then he sat back. So apparently you teleported, Rob.
Laugh for a minute.
Yeah, apparently you lagged and it teleported you. So that's impressive, actually.
It's a beauty of my screen.
Yeah. So then we click back into the present, right where we left off there with Ao approaching Bucky. He says, how could you set him free? he replies with, "He's a means to an end," essentially. Pretty much, she gives him a bit of a timeline and says, "Look, if he killed the king of Wakanda, we're not going to let him go. You've got, I don't know if they said 6 or 8 days before they come back for him, regardless." So they mean business.
Now, my question is, he was in Wakanda doing his rehab thing.
Yep.
The words didn't work, but they still didn't let him have his arm until Thanos showed up.
Maybe a restraint thing. I don't know.
Good.
I mean, they did some pretty big upgrades to that arm too. So maybe they were working on it the whole time. I don't know.
Could be.
Right?
I think at that point he wasn't interested in the arm anymore.
Yeah, because he was kind of like a monkish kind of character at that point.
Yeah.
He didn't want anything to do with it.
The arm symbolized the violence that he, like, it's going very deep here on the nerdy chat.
Yeah, man. This took a couple episodes.
So we're back at Zemo's pad, which is where they were going in the last episode. I wasn't really certain where they were going, and then I remembered him saying, "I have a place."
Mm-hmm.
So this is that place. Yeah, he's a baron.
Yeah, man.
So
it's a nice place.
Yeah, those floors are a little outdated for me, but just about everything is actually.
Not those dance moves.
You could have a party in this place. I bet you he's had some pretty wacky parties in this place. Even that couch is just wonderful.
Like this place was being paid for as he was in jail.
Yeah. Well, this is probably just one of his places, right? He doesn't use this place often. This is his getaway place. Nobody knows about it, Anyway, they talk a little bit about how, well, mostly Zemo talks about how there shouldn't be super soldiers, and how Cap was kind of an anomaly, right? Like he says Cap wasn't affected by it, but he's an anomaly. He's genuinely a good guy. Therefore, the serum didn't affect him in a negative way, right? Didn't make him a butthole.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to watch my language here. So, Rob, if you have anything you want to share or anything like that at any point in time, let me know. I see that you're doing some searching.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they, through talking, figure out that maybe, just maybe, there was going to be a big funeral for what is her name again? The old lady.
She was like a mother Teresa.
The one that died.
Yeah. So they deduct that there's probably going to be a funeral, and they need to find out where and stuff. So they go to this place where we saw them in the last episode. We saw the Flag Smashers here, kind of on their downtime and stuff like that. So they're here. They do a little bit of a ask around, where Sam finds the Flag Smashers
symbols everywhere.
Yeah, they're seeing these symbols, so they know they're in the right place.
As soon as they walk in a room, everybody just gets up and
yeah,
off.
They bolt. They don't want nothing to do with them, right? Even the one man that he talks to, that he does talk to, is not telling him a whole lot. So only telling him that they don't really trust people around here. So because the government has not been there for them, so they're on their own. So Sam's looking around, Bucky's looking around, and they're not getting any information out of anybody. But Zemo He's got Turkish
smart.
delights.
Ah.
Walks up singing a creepy song and offers candy to children.
Well, it seems like he used to grow up in that area.
Well, he said Turkish delights were his son's favorites. So irresistible. And actually, I don't know that I don't remember having a Turkish delight, but I've heard that they're not very good. But the girl takes it and gives him some information and tells him when and where the funeral is. So if you want to get information, just give children candy.
Yep.
That is the lesson that we can learn today, folks. So they're back at, and also I might add that he tells them that he tells the girl that it's our secret. Don't tell those bad men over there.
Yeah.
Right. Which made me think that he was going to hold out way more than he did. Because in this scene, he pretty much says there's a funeral. Right. And Bucky says something along the lines of, the Wakandans are looking for you. So, watch your tone and be good. And he's like, we'll just give you away now. And he goes, well, then, I have all the information. You wouldn't want to get rid of me because, I will hold back my information. And Bucky gets up in his face and threatens him. Zemo pretty much backs down. So.
I don't know if he was actually going to tell them until Sam said, what did that kid say to you?
Yeah, Sam did prompt that. So I kind of wanted to see them throw down right here. So, Sam steps aside, talks to Sarah about, helping out. And she mentions that she's got some satellites so that maybe she can look around and stuff like that to find out more information and stuff like that and track whoever needs to be tracked type deal. She's walking through some pretty scummy territory here by the looks of it.
Was that O-Town?
Yeah, it must be. And I noticed that kind of like when she's walking around, everybody's kind of almost paying her respect. Like nobody's messing with her or nothing like that, right? Which tells me that she's got some sort of power. So then we cut over to a scene where the Flag Smashers, I can't remember her name. Is it Carly?
Carly.
Carly and one of her henchmen there push in a stone, revealing a pouch that has the rest of the serums in it. And they have a conversation, which I kind of liked, about this guy saying that he grew up idolizing Captain America. Right? And, they kind of have a little bit of a discussion whether, they're doing the right thing or not. And then she comes to the conclusion that, this is the only way that they can do it and stuff like that. She mentions that the shield should be destroyed, similar to what Sam said. And that it's what is it? It's not it's a representation of everything that's bad about the way things have gone since the blip and stuff like that. Right. Mm-hmm. So it's an ideal that is no longer needed for her. And then they said,
see that he kind of makes her feel better about what she's doing.
Yeah, she says stuff about him being about she should be like the new captain, or he can't see other people being the Captain America, but he can see her being a Captain America. Is that what you were kind of going for, Shaka?
Yeah, basically he said this is a different time, and we have to act differently to get what we need.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're doing what you need to do. He's giving her encouragement.
Yeah. So he's definitely standing by her side. I mean, I think that he will be probably around for a long time. At her side. Right? Maybe not, but also something I like that he said that his dad told him that if something's hard to do, it's probably you're probably doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's a little bit of some morals going there. Anyway,
these two are definitely close. I thought he's like her second command or something.
Yeah, I mean, she relies on him a lot,
Mm-hmm.
For support. So they take a moment to say, okay, we got to get this done. But first, we've got to go pay our respects and go to the funeral. So meanwhile, John Walker meets up with the rest of the crew. John Walker and Battlestar meet up with the rest of the crew, and they have a little, back and forth about whether I wanted to call him Nemo. Yeah, they're having a back and forth about whether Zemo needs to be arrested or not and taken back. But he's valuable right now.
One of his first questions was like, why'd you break him out of jail? He did that himself.
Yeah, sure. Had no help at all.
He came barging in like an idiot.
And that seems to be his attitude now, right?
Yeah.
So they have a little bit of a discussion along the lines of like what's going on. They kind of fill each other in type deal, right? We're going to the funeral and stuff like that. Sam's like, I need to talk to her alone. Some of the others don't think it's a good idea. They eventually get to a point where Zemo sees his little girlfriend. He's not dating her. He offers her some money to take her to them to the location of can't keep forgetting her name, Carly.
Yeah.
Carly.
So that's what happens, and they're ready to go into it, and then the new captain handcuffs Zemo, which I thought was kind of
Sam wants
a nice
to
touch.
talk to her by himself.
Yeah, which not everyone agrees with that method, right?
Mm-hmm.
But even
Walker,
even Battlestar was agreeing with Sam.
It kind of seems like Battlestar kind of agrees with everything Walker says.
Well, except for this time, because he was agreeing with Sam that maybe if he can talk her down, then we can save some people from getting hurt, right? So we've got the funeral. Lots of people show up, and there's a very kind of touching moment there that when she's speaking and stuff, and she notices Sam up in the Raptors. Raptors is a basketball team.
Bob there?
I didn't even think about it.
I just noticed it.
It's at least Jay.
I do.
Jay. I'm looking for Silent Bob.
Yeah. I didn't even notice that, man. Nice pick. That's great. After the funeral, they have a little bit of a chit chat, and Sam's kind of saying that he kind of agrees with her in ways, just not her methods, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm. Because I think it was going on. We grew up the same. Poor, trying to help people. if I remember correct.
Shotgun?
Yeah, almost the same way he was saying is that we're almost alike, he's just doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, it's like we're both trying to help people and stuff. She kind of wants to recruit him a little bit, but like he can't be part of something. They can't work together while she's doing what she's doing, like when she's using those methods, right? So
he says he will kill people. You can't do that.
Yeah, and she even says, I would do it again and stuff, and then she's like, oh, you tricked me into sounding like that and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, and then just as they're getting somewhere, you know, the rest of them barge in. Now, it doesn't just happen. Like Bucky kind of tries to stop it, right? But now I don't. Yeah, I don't have the scene right before they barge in. Bucky wants to stop him, and I don't know if Bucky kind of gives in because of what John Walker says. He says, "Do you want to let your pal there get hurt or die?"
Blood to be on his hands.
Yeah. So I don't know if because I think Bucky could have stopped him at this point.
Mm-hmm. Even Battlestar was saying, Walker's itching to get in there. Battlestar said, man, it hasn't been 10 minutes yet. Like, give him his time.
Yeah. And you can see that, like, John Walker is just twitching out now.
Oh, yeah. He's got to be Cap.
Yeah.
He's got to get in there.
It's too much for him. But they do barge in. And I know that this looks friendlier than it is because it actually looks like he's just waving here. But they barge in, and then Carly's like, oh, you were just stalling till your friends got here? You know, so he ruined the whole thing.
Yeah, she bolts.
Yeah. She does bolt. And then there's a bit of a chase scene, which I couldn't really get any good shots, so I didn't until they meet up here, and when they're pretty much say, okay, we lost them. Right? I didn't want to put any clips in that were too crappy to even see, so
I'm surprised that Bucky didn't get in a fight with all the rest of her crew when he run through.
Yeah, but I think like he was beelining it for her type deal. He wasn't concerned with any one of them, and I don't even know if they realized what was going on at first. The rest of the crew, so he kind of just pushed a few people aside and kept running. Right, kind of does a little bit of a speed trick there too. His little fast running too again. I don't know if that was this scene or the next one, but in the meantime, Zemo has broken free from his cuffs, which is very Zemo. Like, you can't expect him to be locked up with cuffs.
No, he broke out of like super high security prison.
So I thought it was neat that you just see these cuffs hanging there and stuff like that, right? And then he fires some rounds and hits Carly, making her drop all of the serum.
Well, what she did is she jumped over the table.
Yeah.
And protect herself, and all the serums are on the table.
Yeah. So she's kind of scrambling to pick those up, and then Zemo smashes them. Or smashes most of them.
All but one.
Yeah. I think this whole scene where he stomps on them and you get a view from the underneath is really cool.
Yeah.
But before that, he held one. And he just had a glimpse in his eye. Like, what would it be like?
You know what? I don't know if it was what would it be like. I think it was it was like, this is the last of this stuff. You know, because he despises it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that for a moment he would have taken it. So he smashes it, and then Walker comes in, hits him with the shield, and knocks him out. Notices a vial, and like he's now this here. Is this what you mean?
Definitely looks like it.
Because here, you're right.
Yeah.
Like he is like jonesing for that. And right before the rest of them come up, he slips it into his pouch and doesn't say a word about it.
Save it for rainy day.
Yeah, upcoming rainy day.
But the first thing I thought, Captain America, there was what? 10 or 12 vials that went into Steve. And I'm thinking, what's he going to do with one? Is that going to give him a little boost? Or?
I don't know, because they Buddy said that he had refined it, right?
That's right.
So it's a very, like, so many years have passed that this is like new technology in the serum, right? Like it's a much better serum now.
Mm-hmm.
The way he's looking at it, I'm surprised he's not lifting it from the floor.
Yeah, no kidding,
Exactly.
We get a small scene on the roof of a building or a patio of some sort where they're talking about what went wrong and what needs to be done. They get a little bit of a call from the power broker, or a text from the power broker saying, "I want my vials back."
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get pissed.
Yeah, he's like, pretty much like, "You don't give me my vials back, you're dead." And then the one guy says, "We can't deal with power broker and Sam and this other group, right?" And she says, "We'll deal with the power broker later."
Yeah, she doesn't seem too concerned.
No. And she's got a plan of how to separate them. So
Kill them one by one.
So back at Zemo's pad, Zemo's laying down on one of his super duper awesome couches. And Sam's on the computer, and they have a little discussion, and Zemo asks Sam, if you had the choice, if you had the opportunity, would you take the serum? And here's what we need to ask. Both Robs, if you had the opportunity, would you take the serum?
I would.
Oh. I didn't even think about that.
The only thing I've ever wanted to be is a superhero. It's since growing up, if I had an opportunity, you know how many times I've gotten bit by spiders just to see if. No, not really, but man, if I could have the opportunity to have a power, I'd be on board in a second. Right? I grew up in a fantasy world. I just want to be one of these characters. But it does say that they do say that your natural attitude and your natural being will be enhanced. So if you're not a good person, it's going to be enhanced by that, right?
That almost reminds me of, I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it, but Bill Cosby, one of his hits was, this guy offered me cocaine. He says, I've never done this before. What does it do? He says, well, it amplifies your mood, or amplifies who you are. And Bill Cosby's question was, well, what if you're an asshole?
Yeah. Well, what happens is you're more of an asshole.
Yeah.
Right? So, which is, I think, what Walker's going to end up being.
So my question is, what's the side effects?
Well, depending on whether it's the old serum or the new serum, there doesn't seem to be much side effect other than natural strength. And again, if you're a bad person, it's going to amplify that naturally.
Because even the doctor in Captain America said that, I picked you because you're a pure person. And that's going to make you better.
Yeah, I also mild headaches.
So if I took it, I would try to take over the world.
Yes, all right.
I think Tom Brady would be in trouble.
Tom Brady would be definitely in trouble.
Right. You got that right.
Nice. So Bucky walks in, and they have a little discussion about the new Cap being crazy, and he knows that because Bucky's crazy himself, and he says something along the lines of, you shouldn't have gave him the shield, and Sam replies with, I didn't give him the shield. Just as they say...
He says something about, I didn't pick that Captain America.
Yeah. He says, I didn't give him the shield. And then Bucky goes, well, Steve didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So kind of putting blame on Bucky here. And just as they're having that conversation, Walker and Battlestar bust in claiming, we're taking over and stuff. And
he wants to put Zemo away right now.
Yeah. I'm taking over. And then Sam busts in with one of the greatest lines. Walker says, I'm running the show now. And Sam says, shield or no shield, the only thing you're running is your mouth. That remark,
classic.
Beautiful. Which results in a bit of a stare down, where the new Captain America is kind of challenging Sam. Yeah, saying some pretty harsh words. He's, should I put the shield down and make it fair? Kind of saying, I'm a bigger man than you type deal. So seeing a lot of that cockiness in him right here. That prompts him to try to put the shield down. And that's when something amazing happens.
He immediately gets hit by a spear.
Yep.
Our Wakanda friends are back.
Yeah. A little bit of blurry on that face, but he's kind of like a what?
Because they gave
and she could have hit him if she wanted to.
Oh yeah, she missed on purpose for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they gave Bucky the timeline. Time's up.
Yeah. Yep. Right here is what you're talking about. Even if he is a means to an end, time's up.
Yeah.
So the Wakandans are ready to take. They're ready to take Grimm. I mean, Zemo. And they're ready to take him.
And A was not alone this time.
No. She's got the rest of the guard, or not the rest of the guard, I'm sure, but she's got a few
backup anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, right here, he's introducing himself as the new Captain America, and she is just not having it. She's not impressed at all.
Nope. Puts the hand out.
Yeah.
She's like, "You're not my Captain America."
Yeah. They have a little discussion about, they don't have jurisdiction here, and she says, "We've got jurisdiction wherever we are."
Yeah.
All right. And then Sam says something along the lines is, "You're better off dealing with Bucky than you are dealing with them." So
then that mistake right there.
Yeah. Don't touch her.
No.
She put some moves on him so fast that he didn't even know what happened.
So he pretty much gets his butt whooped here by these wonderful ladies. Just out of his league.
Not even any time to react, eh?
No. They pretty much put him down, which is pretty great as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So Battlestar tries to get into it, but they're pretty much doing it. Everything's going down, and then what do you see? Zemo here just
watching the show,
having himself a nice little drink. He's all calm.
Scotch on the rocks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch it go down. Zemo's not the kind of guy who takes risks that he doesn't need to.
No.
Especially for who right now, right? Like, Battlestar starting to get his butt whooped as well. And Sam says, we should do something.
They were kind of enjoying the show.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they were kind of enjoying it too. We should do something. And then
Yeah,
he yells, "Looking good, John." Just patronizing him type deal, because John's obviously still getting his butt whooped, right? And then she goes to jab at him, and eventually Bucky steps in and grabs that spear, has a little bit of an altercation, just trying to make sure things don't go get too out of hand and stuff. Sam does the same, grabs one of the spears, and then gets into an altercation of his own. They're not trying to hurt anybody.
Was there 3 of them and 5 of them?
Altogether, we've got. Yeah, but I don't know if you can consider Zemo a real team player right now.
No.
No, he's not. He's taking
because he's sneaking into the bathroom. And
he's a smart guy to have a.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like just I'm out of here.
He's always got a plan. You know, he's always looking out for himself.
A backup.
Yeah. And then one of the most amazing parts of this scene is when she throws a spear through the shield and
still on his arm.
Yeah, sticks it through the table, and he cannot get it out of there.
Just in a way that he can't move his arm or position himself to free himself in any way, eh?
Yeah, he has trouble getting his arm out even.
Yeah.
On there pretty tight, I think.
Yeah. In the meantime,
this was the best right here.
Bucky's having some trouble with Ao, because she does one of these 3-point touches there and knocks his arm off.
The Mr. Miyagi 1, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Touch of death.
Yep.
Which was pretty cool. And I love this. Like, this was a perfect clip of his awe of what just happened. Right?
Thing just straight fell right off.
Yeah.
He's like, did you know? Sam's like, did you know that could happen? He's like, no.
Yeah, I got a clip of that too. Nope. But first we see her go to the to check, and she notices that he slipped down the sewer grate, right? And then one of the other things that's amazing is this one. Clips don't do it justice like pictures, but we can obviously do a video. But when she steps on that shield and it pops up onto her arm, just like Rogers does way back when.
Yeah, just like flipping a skateboard up, just steps on it right on the arm.
Yeah, it just gave me the jitters, man. It was great. You know, it was so badass. And then she's made to give it back because they don't have need for it.
No. What just happened?
Yeah, and that's when your
that's when he said it. Yeah,
yeah.
I was a little early.
Did you know they could do that?
Nope.
No.
News to me.
And what I like about this is you still see Walker back there in the background, just defeated.
Yeah.
Right.
He looks the lowest he could ever be.
Because, like, you know, the words that he speaks right here, they weren't even super soldiers.
Yeah, he looks like he's very disappointed in himself.
Yeah.
That's the moment you know he's going to take that serum.
Yeah. The despair that he's in right now, you can see it on his face. And again, pictures don't justify it, but he's distraught about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which
he should be. He got his butt whooped.
After that scene, we get a scene where Battlestar and John Walker are talking, but he's questioning himself now.
He
right?
really see him being real.
Yeah. And they talk about whether they would take the serum if they could, right? Obviously, John's asking because he has one.
Mm-hmm. Like, what would you do? Should I? Like, not saying I got it, but
yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Battlestar says he'd take it.
yeah.
You know, and then I think they talk about the same thing we were talking about earlier, where things are like amplified, your emotions amplify, and your true self is amplified as well, and stuff like that, right? And that's when you know he's going to take that thing, because he's getting reassurance from Battlestar that it's a good idea.
This is when you know he's definitely thinking about things.
Yeah.
There's definitely a different time when you know he's going to take it.
Yeah, and at this point, you know that he hasn't taken it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, because why would he be asking, right?
But coming up soon, you know he's going to take it.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
where
for sure.
Happens. Yeah,
that's where we find out. He's got 3 medals of honor. He's this he's a super soldier without having the strength.
He's done a lot of good things, but then he mentions like the things that they had to do back then. You know, he said he got like all these medals and stuff like that, but you kind of get the sense that some of the things they had to do were not great.
No.
And I think that's what you find in a lot of these like military kind of situations, right? They always have like a different look on what actually happened and what they're being like awarded for, right? And we move on, and Sam's sister is getting a call from Kira. I was going to call her Carly. And pretty much threatening the family, right? They're like, hey, I'm going to need you to tell Sam to be here when I say come alone, or I'm going to, come there and I'm going to, hurt your family.
But the way she says it, on your boat, on the pier, like she knows exactly where she is.
Yeah. Like she knows everything about the family. She knows where, she knows, she's done her research for sure, man. And of course, you get a call like that. What are you going to do? Like you're going to do what she says, right? But Sam doesn't do what she says.
Well, Bucky didn't let her.
And no, Bucky didn't let him. Like Bucky was like, I'm coming. There's nothing you can do about it, right? They talk a bit. I didn't really get a whole lot of clips of this, but they chat, and she says how she would rather them join forces and stuff like that. But, without getting too far into it, it ends up being more of a distraction, I think. Right? Because
he gets a call from
Sam gets a call from Sarah, who has tracked down Walker. And she calls him up and says, hey, I tracked him down and stuff like that. And this is where Carly's kind of saying, like, it wouldn't be enough to kill you. She's insinuating that I have to kill the captain. I think, that's what I got from that.
And
right?
Sam's full Falcon gear.
Yeah, for the first time in a long time, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came prepared.
And Bucky's got his one-sleeve shirt so that he can show off his Wakandan arm. Because it wouldn't work otherwise. Doesn't give him the space to move. But yeah, they get a call, and then Sam realizes the plan, where they're going after Walker, right? And shit goes down. They launch at each other. Bucky gets slammed down to the ground. like hard, so you can see where like those super soldier serums have affected them to the point where they're super strong. They book off and plan to meet back to this location where the new Captain America and Battlestar are rushing in because they got some information saying that's where they needed to be. And then eventually they get split up pretty much, right?
And again, he's using his pistol.
Yeah.
Because he's more familiar with the pistol than he is with the shield.
Yeah, I mean, and let's not forget that in the first Captain America movie, there was a similar scene like this where Captain was using a weapon as well. But this is not the same type deal, like he had control over himself, right? So they get kind of split up because Captain or Walker kind of goes into one of these kind of meltdowns in his head, like while they're walking up the stairs there. And they get split up, and then the Captain gets to the top of the stairs and finds Battlestar's weapon because Battlestar has been taken, and he slams through the door. And that's when I first thought, like, I mean, and let's get real. A lot of people could probably break that door.
He did move a little quick though.
Yeah, but he was quick about it.
Well, he used a shield, right?
Yeah, and then when you see that Hoskin Battlestar has been knocked out and tied up, and then that's when he gets into a little bit of tiff and he throws that shield into the wall, and that's when you're like, oh, he took that serum. There's no way around it now, right?
This is the first time he threw it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's in episode 1 when they're on the trucks, he threw it.
Yeah, I guess when caught it.
Yeah. But since then,
yeah,
he hasn't been doing too much with it. But like, it gets stuck in the wall there, and like,
see,
he pulls it out with
it yet.
Oh no, Rob, come on now. He has to have taken it.
Just because he doesn't have any control over the shield yet.
Yeah. He wouldn't have been able to throw it into the wall like that. There's no way.
I feel like he took it after his buddy got killed.
No, there was no time. Because after this, he also bends that bar.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's when Sam looks and he goes, oh shit.
Yeah, he's like, what did you do?
Yeah, and then he jumps out that window.
And he throws that guy like nothing. Right? Like, that's when Sam's like, oh, what'd you do? So from here, we get a little bit of a scene with Bucky in it where he gets into a little bit of an altercation, kicks a guy through the wall, pretty much tells him stay put, and then he rushes up into this scene where John and Sam are about to get ambushed. All right. So these two characters jump down. They're super soldiers and pretty much have an all-out fight going on here. I like a lot how Sam uses his wings in this battle a lot.
Yeah, but he's back in the suit. That was amazing.
Yeah, we don't see him a lot in this series in his suit, which is nice to see him battling in his suit again. So we got Sam kicking some butt. Rogers is definitely kicking some butt because he's all juiced up on super soldier serum.
Walker.
Did I say Rogers?
You said Rogers.
You did.
No.
Oh, I did.
Oops.
Thanks, you caught me there. Well, Rogers is juiced up on it too.
Yeah,
but he's a better man.
A little different.
What I meant was Walker is juiced up on this stuff, so he's got some power behind him now.
This is where you actually see he starts to get a little control over the Shield and his abilities.
Yeah. Really great scene here where he blocks a knife from one of the super soldiers, and it flies across the room, and Bucky catches it.
His face is awesome there.
Has a bit of a fight with one of the bad guys and knocks him down, and then
catches a knife, sees the reflection of the guy, turns around and just takes him out.
Flip him down to the ground, and then rather than throwing it at him, it's a bit of a warning shot.
Yeah, he could have, but he's not like that.
Yeah.
Stay right there because the next one's not going to miss.
Yeah. You just stay put. That's his, his clear motive right now. Kicks the guy down like through a wall. You stay put. Gives this guy a little bit of a warning. Don't make me do it. Essentially, right? Another cool move. Sam uses his thrusters.
Yeah, you would stay away from that. Be a little hot.
Uses his thrusters to pretty much knock a guy back off his feet and stuff like that. Some really cool moves here. This was a great fight scene. Walker ends up getting grabbed from behind.
And Kara runs in.
And meanwhile, while that's happening, Lamar has cut himself free with the one knife that was left
which
in
should have been taken
pouches
from him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As we discussed on the other video, I don't know if they'll be in there or not.
I think that will not be in there. That was on
I have
A
to
cut. This is the B cut.
Bring up in the B cut that I suggest that when you are taking anybody captive, you take all their weapons first so they cannot cut themselves out. That's just a rookie mistake on the Flag Smashers. Sorry.
And that's where I replied, what if it was a Rob Liefeld drawing? Like, what if he were drawn by Rob Liefeld and had so many pockets that it was impossible?
They just missed one.
So many pouches that it's impossible not to miss one.
Oh, I would have had one in my boot, so they would have missed that for sure.
Well, yeah, but they wouldn't have checked your boot.
No.
But anyway, he gets himself free with the one remaining knife that they left on him. And as Kira... Did I do it again?
Carly.
She's rushing in, and Lamar, or she tries to stab him. Lamar rushes in, knocks her down, and then she pretty much throws him or punches him into a pillar, which...
Yeah, it was a super punch.
Yep.
Right in the chest.
Pretty much taking him out. This I didn't expect.
Pillar, so.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Did you guys expect this?
At all? No.
Especially the way he slumped. It's like they didn't just kill one of the main characters.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be around a little longer. Like to take a moment to point out that that's not the way things happened in the comics.
No.
Which I'm okay with. But the reason that the thing that sets Walker off in the comics is his parents passing. Something happened to his parents, opposed to this happening here. So they've done a little bit of a switch up here, but I'm okay with it. I'm not going to fuss too much about it. I kind of thought that Battlestar was going in a direction where he was more opposed to Walker's ideals. Right? So I thought that was what was going to happen, is that those two would
kind of a breakup,
kind of part ways like that. Yeah. But everybody books it. The bad guys book it, Carly books it, and then Sam and Bucky have to book it after them, essentially, right?
Yeah.
And in the meantime, Walker's checking on Lamar and just realizing what happened, kind of, right? It all sinks in, and he starts to freak.
Yeah, he's pissed.
Right? And then he
Busts
just
through the window.
Beelines it for that window, crashing through the window. Superhero pose.
Right on the VW bus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Actually, I really like that scene. Like that whole jump out the window thing. Beautiful. All right. From there,
know that he's definitely a super soldier now. He would never be able to crash through that if he didn't take this serum.
No, like he's full on juiced up now.
Yeah.
So he chases them down and catches the gentleman that I said earlier that I wished I hoped he would stay around a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, he catches up with him.
Carly's right-hand man.
Yeah, Carly's right-hand man. And
he doesn't make the greatest decision here.
No. He beats the living shit out of this guy. Right?
Yeah. Well, he acts like he's the one that killed Lamar.
Yeah, there's that one point right here is he
look at that.
This guy says, he's like, it wasn't me. Right?
Just put your place on his eyes right now, like whooping up with that shield coming down. Like, oh, that's just scary.
This thing, when he raises a shield there and you look at the face that he's making there, like,
oh my god,
it's terrifying.
It's a monster.
And then he comes down. He's just up and down, up and down. He just bashes him, keeps bashing him.
The only thing missing is the blood. Yeah, they have the blood.
Yeah.
And then you just see a shot of that hand come down, and you know that the guy's dead now. Right? In the meantime,
everybody was videotaping.
Mm-hmm.
He's got an audience.
How many cameras? Like, there's got to be 20, 30, 40 cameras there.
At least.
Taking the videos.
Yeah, so he's got all these people watching. He's got a big audience, including her. I can't do it. I can never remember her name.
Kimbo.
Yeah, Kimbo.
Keena. Carla. Kula.
Carly.
Keeny.
You're just gonna keep saying names, eh?
Just anything with a K in it.
I think you're making fun of me, but I can't be
No, not on the Nerdycouch channel.
We'll just call her iCarly.
iCarly. I would probably remember better.
She actually is like surprised here. And if you ever seen a clip of Sam and Bucky, because they're surprised too. Like
I didn't put a scene of that in because I just wanted to keep it short. But she's in awe. Like, she just lost her closest,
her main man.
Yeah,
person in this army that she's leading, right? So she's gonna have she's either gonna be pissed or sad, or both. But get a good clear shot of somebody recording. So that this is going viral now.
Yeah.
And then
there's the picture.
Man, that is just
the way that episode ends with that bloody shield. I was like, that's more graphic, I think, than a lot of scenes that we get from in the MCU.
Yes.
There's your new billboard, the new Captain America.
Yeah. And I think when we did this the first time, the topic that came up was what happens now with him? The government doesn't keep him now.
No.
Oh, absolutely. He's a national embarrassment.
Electric chair.
Yeah, like he was supposed to be their poster boy, like Shotgun just said, right?
You can't.
Steve Rogers, but
problem is now he's juiced up. You can't stop him, and he's turning bad.
So
he's now who?
This is what prompts him most likely to turn into the U.S. agent.
Yeah,
U.S. agent. Okay.
From comics. What happens to the shield? I don't know. Like,
Well,
what does the government
maybe
do
they
with
could
that?
use some sunlight soap and get that blood off.
They're gonna
I
have
don't
to
know.
do some scrubbing.
Bleach.
You know,
Oh, 2
to
episodes
me-
left. We're gonna find out soon.
yeah. What happens with the shield? I don't know. Does the government try to take it back? Does it's vibranium essentially? Does Wakanda take it back? Like,
Well, it is vibranium.
at some point or another, we know that.
He's losing it. He's losing
Well,
the
yeah,
shield.
but at some point or another,
Yeah,
we know that either Sam or Bucky end up with it, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like, otherwise, where is this show going?
I could see Bucky with it before I can see Sam. Sam already rejected it once. And I don't think he wants anything to do with it.
Yeah, because Bucky's told him, you gave up the shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think even Bucky will say, "Nope, it's mine. My turn."
Do you
And how
think
can
that
you say to him, like, why would you give it up and then give it up yourself if you had the option?
Yeah.
I think Bucky would take it.
Yeah. Now, do you think there'll be an altercation between them about it? Like a little bit of a battle between them?
Not one bit.
Not so
The
much a
only
battle,
thing
but it'll be
maybe-
a hell of an argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think it would be a battle. It would be more or less Sam not thinking that the shield deserves to be out, and he wants to lock it away like he did before.
Because I think eventually what's going to happen is Sam's going to realize that he needs to take up the mantle. If we were going to pit the two of them together, though, I'm Team Bucky.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think
Yeah.
Bucky would.
Well, you think if he had the arm and then holding the shield in the other arm, unstoppable.
Well, he's just he fits the requirements more physically, but mentally,
Yeah, that's right.
Bucky's not mentally prepared to be the cap.
No.
I think
Sam's
they should get Goldberg in here and give him the shield.
So,
Serious.
I know you're
You could
serious.
spear everyone, throw that shield, and then spear everyone, and then it comes back and he catches it. That'd be awesome.
Wouldn't it? No,
Yes.
I don't think you're going to see that in the MCU, Rob.
I don't think so either. Sorry.
But
Sorry, guys.
it is what it is. So, anyway, this is probably my favorite episode so far. I think it was great, packed full of action. The two fight scenes in this, which I wish we could have shown you, but YouTube doesn't want us to.
Hey, we
If you haven't
tried.
seen it, you shouldn't be here, so go watch it.
Yeah. You need to watch those scenes over and over again. Right? If you know what we're talking about, you didn't follow the rules. Go watch it. It's too late now, guys.
I'd agree with you, Dan, that this was the best episode so far. It was the most action since the opening scene where he was flying through with those wings, and you got all to see the moves he could make. I wish you could see that more often with him. He doesn't really wear the suit often enough, and I wish you could see more of that.
Yeah, there was a good portion of this show where he was kind of without the suit, without his wings.
Yeah, I think they were going a little low key, so they didn't. Oh, hey, look, everybody, I'm the Falcon. Please help us.
It's a little bit hard to do recon when you've got big old thrusters and wings on your back. You know,
I think we'll
Yeah,
see a
that's
lot
true.
of it in the next 2 episodes.
like there's the one scene where they're walking through the streets and John Walker says, "Well, what do you think? Two superheroes or two Avengers walking down the street, somebody's going to notice."
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, a little bit discreet. Bucky's got it easier. He looks pretty normal, and he's just got to rip an arm off his shirt, and he's ready to rumble.
Well, if he learns how to do that to himself, he can just take his arm off anytime he wants.
Why would you ever want to take that arm off?
Well, if you don't need it for a bit.
You know, you got to wash under there. Like, but
A little oil.
yeah, got to oil it up. Something I really liked when they took the arm off that we didn't mention is when he goes to put that back on and it does its little mechanical thing, it glows purple, kind of the same way that T'Challa's kinetic suit would glow, right? So I thought that was kind of cool, showing the like Wakandan technology there. So I like that a lot.
Not so much Wakandan technology, more like 80s. I am Astron. I can put my arm back on.
You can't, so play safe. Nice reference. Those
are awesome.
Bucky's just that's great. Anyway, let's clean her up real quick.
All right. Final on next week.
Well, I think we're all out. We're closing up. Our channel's over now.
All right.
So later, guys.
Lockdown.
Yeah, lockdown.
They're on lockdown.
Yeah.
No, might have another Ninja Turtle book review coming up. Can't promise anything. There might be something more important that may take that place, depending on whether we can do it another day or not. But it is important, so we're going to do it regardless, whether it overlaps something or not. But other than that, we're out of Middle West material,
unfortunately.
So that was a great book, but I think we're just going to start up on another limited series. I'm not sure what yet. Thinking about the Something is Killing the Children. So look forward to that within the next couple of weeks. Also, that important thing that I mentioned earlier is a fundraiser that we are doing. Links are down below for a GoFundMe and what I'm calling Nev's Tip Jar for a little 9-year-old girl who has epilepsy and is in need of a support dog. That little girl is my niece and Shotgun's daughter. And we're going to try to raise enough money to get her that trained dog, which we've found out that is not cheap at all.
No.
So we're going to do our best to do that. If you guys want to help out, it's much appreciated. A video will be coming up very shortly for to let you guys know what it's all about and about the prizes that you guys could win for donating. So keep an eye out for that. Again, if you want to help out, links will be in most of our recent videos for the GoFundMe and stuff like that. So we really appreciate it. Really calling out for help from the community here, because this is very important to us. So
absolutely.
Anything else you guys want to say?
We from our family, we appreciate everything that you guys are doing. We love you, and we appreciate the support, and we appreciate everybody that's donated and everybody that will donate. Thank you.
Yes, thank you from the bottom of our hearts, man. Aside from that, you guys know what to do. Ring that bell so that you don't miss any of our content.
Put the like up. Put the like up.
Smash that subscribe button and tell your friends. All right?
Comment. Please comment.
Definitely comment.
What you think?
Definitely comment. Go ahead and let us know how you felt about this. Comment copyright. down below.
Send Disney a letter, say, please let us use their clips.
Yep. So anyways, guys, we do appreciate you guys. This was a bit of a weird mismatch video for us, but we made the best of it, and you know what? I still enjoyed myself.
Mm-hmm.
So take care, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See you next
Peace
week.
out. Love you guys.
Bye-bye now.